Welcome back to the channel, guys. You've been asking for it. Need I say more? Well, of course. Let's get busy. Every so often, one of those guns comes along that just turns the industry on its head. Bold styling, industry-leading design, high-achieving performance and quality. The Kalibrgun Cricket delivers at a high level and hits all the sweet spots. Join us as we shine a spotlight on this already legendary bullpup. The Cricket's magazines are among my favorite. One-piece aluminum with no moving parts, dual O-rings, easy to load and easy to handle. In 2.2, they'll hold 14 pellets, but not the original polymag. But one especially sexy feature is that you can conveniently carry 4 in the stock of the gun and 1 in the breech for all-day hunting. And make no mistake, hunting is what this compact, hard-hitting, accurate bullpup is all about. And on the bag or bench, it's a pain in the ass. Which brings me to something I've been wanting to touch on. In the comments, some of you guys have been pretty rough on the guns we're testing. Just realize this for me. I am no pro shooter, and I haven't had the chance to test some whacked out gizmo $2,000 bench rest, let alone a match grade $3,000 bench rest rifle. So go easy. We want these vendors and brands to keep sending us guns to test. From what I've seen, competitive airgun shooters get pretty excited about groups that are less than an inch at 50 yards and less than maybe 2 or 3 at 100. So for me, that's the bar. But this is looking good. Alright, let's show you how the Cricket charges back up. The Cricket's sliding fill port dust cover is under a lot of spring tension, and it can be pretty tricky to hold it open and insert the fill probe at the same time. The good news is that you shouldn't run into any orifice infiltration. Now, listen carefully. The Cricket's 280 cubic centimeter tank is rated for 300 bar, but I've had mine for a couple years now, and in my experience, it's not a good idea to fill it to that pressure. It's just too hard on the O-ring seals and they won't hold up. You'll notice that I'm maintaining my fill pressure at 3,500 to 4,000 psi, and that the gauge on the Cricket itself is coming up much slower. Thanks to a nifty little device in there, the Cricket will prevent you from filling it too quickly. Usually I quit around 220 bar, but more on that in a minute. Now Crickets come shooting pretty hot. If I remember, mine arrived shooting somewhere in the 930 to 940 foot per second range. Thankfully, aftermarket hammer spring adjusters can be found on the internet, as can professional tuners. Now I'm no pro, but I was able to dial the Cricket's power back into the 30 foot-pound range by making some adjustments to the hammer spring tension as well as to the regulator. Ernest Rowe could do you better, but I was pretty excited about my 45 shot home tune, pushing right about 875 feet per second. Either way, the Cricket's engine makes good use of that 100 bar and keeps things nice and tight too. Now let's get you back to 50 yards and give that JSB 1589 a whirl. Looking great so far. Ugh. And this is what I'm talking about. But so far so good. Let's check out some other cool stuff. The Cricket's trigger blade, feel, characteristics, and match grade tendencies are another favorite. I should also mention that the Cricket's blade is highly adjustable too. It wasn't that difficult to get it dialed in just the way I like it, and in the end, it came out as nice as anything in my collection. So there's quiet, and then there's Cricket quiet. Tuned to 30 foot-pounds, this one's been able to best all the other guns we've tested on the channel so far by a whopping 20 decibels. As long as we're watching the magazine index, see that little black peg under the cocking lever? In the forward position, it allows the magazine to rotate from pellet to pellet. In the rear position, it doesn't, which is ideal for hand loading. We've been having the AEAC scope on the channel more and more lately, and I've really come to appreciate this one. The compact nature of the 3-12x50 really appeals to me, and it complements the Cricket shape well. And as always, performance is top-notch. You didn't think I'd forget our date at 100 yards, did you? After all, this is the Kalibrgun Cricket. So our ground squirrel's head measures about 2¼ inches across. I thought I'd challenge myself and see how many times I could hit it. Boom. Lights out.
No, Benny, a shotgun's not gonna kill a monster bear like that.
Well, what happened?
The buckshot shaved the hair clean off the top of its head. Yeah, it ran off. I never saw it again.
What the? Well, I either missed the box completely or I ran out of pellets. Sorry about that, guys. But either way, it's a great group and I'll take it. So let's call it a day and wrap things up. As always, my name's Steve Shalley, and we really appreciate you spending your time with us today. If you like what you saw and you want to encourage us to make more videos like it, please be sure to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and tell your friends about us. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys at the next review.